Our concession stand is open for your enjoyment and is located on the north side of the school. Harris High School asks all fans, spectators, players, and coaches to please display good sportsmanship at all times during this interscholastic contest, and we wish to remind everyone in attendance tonight that Harris High School's building and grounds are all drug-free facilities. Any use of alcohol, tobacco, or other illicit drugs is strictly prohibited. Now on the field for your pregame performance are your 2023 Marching Tigers. The Marching Tigers are under the direction of Dr. Kevin Pruitt, Assistant Director Jessica Henderson, Color Guard Instructors Zach and Haley Cassad, Percussion Technicians Jonathan Boren and Eric Henderson, and Choreographer Carly Tessereau. We ask at this time that you all please rise and remove your caps as the Marching Tigers, under the direction of Drum Majors Olivia Keys, Sammy Milan, and Tristan Lovell, honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
Maybe it's the same windows.
Stay on your feet, Tiger fans, as the Marching Tigers present to you Paris Loyalty.
With White Sheet Metal American Lighting, automotive lighting systems in North America, offering and show building for Harris Carroll Funeral Half-Hour Electronic Solution, John 5217 Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, Go Tigers, State Farm Agent Terry Elliston, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial Agents Jim Blue and Mark Gladding, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram's Waste Disposal, The Skating Rink with CJ and Mary Jo Becker, North American Lighting, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Templeton Funeral Home, and White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning. And our affiliate sponsors, Steve and Lynn Young, Mary Lou Pine Family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Winans Farms Mark and Holly Winans, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Step Farms and Excavation.
Switching our HDMI cable, is that what finally fixed that?
We switched them back and forth 2 or 3 times that one game.
I brought a new one in.
Is that the one you brought in? This heavy duty?
Yeah, that's the
Let's
one I
have a
brought
round of
in.
applause for your Marching Tigers and your Harris High School cheerleaders. Be sure to stick around for
box
tonight's
at home,
halftime.
so I brought it in,
Tigers
all the
will be back
problems
to
went away,
preview
so
part of this year's halftime
I think we may have the same issue as
Angels
Phil.
and
Get in that
Demons.
suitcase, just get rid of all of them. Just
Yeah.
keep one or two. One, that one, and then a backup.
Well, probably another new one.
True, yeah.
Because all of them have
Remember where you
issues.
got that one? Now, Amazon.
Probably Walmart or something.
Yeah, I got your neck in the truck, too.
Oh, awesome. You could.
Oh, you probably run by his house every morning, don't you?
I don't know which house you live in, actually.
Where your sister, or where Kurt Mary Beth lives.
That's exactly. Okay, yeah, I ran by there this morning.
Did you?
No.
See all the trees down in the yard?
Took a shortcut this morning, but like yesterday, I think I ran by. Yeah, you got quite a few down there.
Clay Road.
Does anybody live in that trailer in front of you?
When their son had Down syndrome and he died, like, oh gosh, it's been a long time, 20 plus years ago, they moved out of that into that white house in the corner.
Okay, I noticed stuff in the backyard.
That was the church for the parsonage before that. Church down by Trogdon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That pastor retired, so they
Huh.
pretty good neighbor down.
All right. Now I can hear myself.
Yeah, I hear you. Here
Hey.
comes Nate.
Now the camera's going.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I was gonna let you know that camera we're using for a while has been freezing. Like my sports camera was. When I changed our HDMI for this stuff, that went away. So I don't know if that's the problem, getting weird signal and locking it up or what. But, you had to?
How far are they out of the wild card now?
Ever see the coin toss?
I didn't know.
No, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, don't let my cold air out. Glad they added air conditioning for one game a year.
Yeah.
Track season might use it, I guess.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty nice. I'm actually comfortable.
Yeah, I remember the last time I wore sandals and shorts to a football game.
Yeah.
Because usually by the time you leave, it's cold, even if it's warm when you get here.
I think that one year we went down to Mount Carmel, the first game of the season.
On a
it
Saturday.
It was brutally
Toasty.
hot.
Nothing would work. I think we went to Charleston with the top down one time.
Yeah, I think so. Didn't we go clear up to, up 57, all the way up Clifton Central?
Yeah,
I think you drove up there with the top down once.
I may have. Get that battery to charge, I'll do it again. But
Yeah, I seen you've been driving the blue one.
I had to put a water pump on DJ's car, and he was driving my truck. He hasn't given it back yet. Supposed to get it from him this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Somebody rubbed a tire up against it. Messed up the stripes on the driver's door. They didn't, like, dent the door or anything. Just like you can see it where a tire just rubbed against the side of the car.
Really?
A parking lot, I guess.
Oh, man.
Well, I know where it happened. I just can't get anybody to
Fess up to it.
fess
huh?
up to it. No, how it happened?
Wasn't it school?
No, the guy I DJ for, Danny.
Oh, okay.
It was parked at his house last Saturday night. We had a wedding to do.
I see.
Came out Sunday to go to church, and there's a black streak down the side of the car. So somebody backed up, and I didn't see it in the dark at his house when I got in to come home at midnight. So.
Right.
All right, Nate, we'll take it whenever you want to send it to us. We'll take it whenever you want to send it. I didn't know if you were playing anything. Yeah, let's do that.
Are we already on?
It's time for Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by Cornerstone Building Brands, Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home, Seed Solutions with Chip and Bethany Keys, Longview Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, State Farm Agent Terry Elliston, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial Agents Jim Blue and Mark Gladding, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram's Waste Disposal, The Skating Rink with CJ and Mary Jo Becker, North American Lighting, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Templeton Funeral Home, and White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning. And our affiliate sponsors, Steve and Lynn Young, Mary Lou Pine Family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Winans Farms Mark and Holly Winans, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Step Farms and Excavation. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Paris High School. I'm BJ Pheasant alongside Lenny Irwin, and we have Paris Tiger football ready to go. Week 1.
And the Tigers just now coming out from the big Tiger head there in the end zone. So,
well, this is a Tiger team, Lenny, that made a living in the playoffs the last few years, and then, well, the wheels fell off the bus last year.
Well,
really
injury bug.
Right from the get-go.
It was the injury bug that killed us last year, though. I mean, you lose your starting quarterback, you lose your
backup quarterback. We played a couple games without a quarterback.
We
just went Wildcat every game.
Yeah.
Every series. We had Ty King back there, and no knocking on Ty. He's a good athlete, and he did the best he could back there. But it really limits your playbook. The defense knows what's coming, and several of those also were starters on defense too. We had Curl was out, our starting running back, a big-time linebacker for us.
Yep.
So a lot of opposition, and they weren't necessarily getting blown out of games.
No, we were in them all, but we just, like you said, we just run out of depth.
Ran out of gas. And
in the fourth quarter because we were playing both sides of the football with what we did have. And like I said, come to that fourth quarter, especially against the Mount Carmels, the bigger teams that had a specific offensive line and a specific defensive line, and they were fresh all the time. And time the fourth quarter rolled around, we were just out of gas.
The Tigers with those big orange numbers on the back of the helmets this year, I really like it when they have them on the side of the helmets. It just makes it easier on us to see who the players are from the side view. We don't have to wait for a number or something.
Well, at least you can. These numbers are easy to read.
Yes, they are.
They're black numbers outlined in white on these orange jerseys. I like these uniforms.
They better shut off their water hose down there. They're going to lose all their water.
They are. I don't think anybody's figured it out yet either.
Somebody saw it. There he goes.
Maybe that one don't shut off.
It may not.
Yeah, there he got it.
Yeah, he's kinking the hose or something. We'll figure it out. Looks like the Tigers are going to be kicking off tonight.
And it looks like number 9, Robert Wells, is going to be doing our kicking duties. This will be a new position for him. I think last few years it's been Ingram doing the kicking for us.
That it has. Tigers facing the North Vermillion Falcons, a pretty young team on paper here. They are without their starting quarterback, we've been told tonight. He has been ruled ineligible. And we'll wait and see who the starter is. Could be freshman Emery Strubinger. I think I like that better. Kick bobbled around the 15, rolls back to the 10. Slips a couple tackles before getting spiked just shy of the 20-yard line. All right, the Tigers season. You got the jitters out there. That first kickoff, all the adrenaline pumping.
Exactly. Looks like it's going to be right on the 20, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Right at the 20-yard line. And the quarterback, maybe number 10, Cody Tryon.
Well, I wondered about that. I thought maybe by him being a running back, but he's Well, I guess he is a senior, so yeah, looks like he's going to be doing the quarterbacking duties. I didn't see who carried the ball either. I was worried about the quarterback.
Handed it off to, thought it was the guy on this side.
32, Andrew Botner.
Yeah, we'll say so. Coming around the right end this time. Got a little yardage.
That was number 7.
Pick up about 6 or 7. So number 7, Daniel Woody, the 5'6", 150-pound junior. So Tryon, he's not listed as a quarterback, but he is a senior on the roster. Got a little more experience back there. Back in the shotgun again. 3 wide receivers, 2 backs on each side. And he's going to keep it himself this time. Tries to get around the left end. Nowhere to go. Drop for a loss. Calvin Rigdon, the senior, slides in. Backs the team up and hopefully forcing a punt here. 4th and about 5 or 6 yards to go.
Looks like it. Number 23 is coming in. I'm guessing he must be their punter. That's this Rylan Thomas. He's listed as a wide out and a defensive back, but
King and Hutchings back to receive the punt, standing at the Paris 35-yard line. Gonna go to King at the 40. Got some daylight up the middle, slips a tackle, and I think he's gone, Lenny.
I think he is.
Touchdown for the Tigers, a 60-yard punt return. I'm not sure anybody ever removed the kickoff tee from the field. I see a little bit of orange out there at the 40-yard line. It'll be ready for us this time. Tigers up 6-0 now, pending the extra point attempt. Wells out there to attempt that. All right, Wells squares up now. There's a kick, the hold.
It's good.
Didn't put a lot of leg on. He just kind of went up there and just pooched it a little bit right through the uprights. Tigers up 7-0. We'll take a quick break. Be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network. It's a 7-0 lead. The cheerleaders already down there getting their push-ups in. Hopefully we wear them out tonight, Lenny.
Boy, that's for sure.
They're going to be sore in the morning. We're going to see a lot of Tiger points on the board tonight.
I like getting them on the board early like that, but the only thing is that doesn't let your offense do anything.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We got 7 points on the board, and
it's kind of demoralizing for the other team right from the get-go. Now they chuck the tee off the field. Already had one out there. Still 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Tigers up 7-0. Wells set the kickoff again. Tryon and maybe Botner back there to return. Standing around the 15-yard line. Wells gets a foot into this one all the way down to the 15. It's going to be Tryon. Down the left side of the field, stood up hard at the 30.
I'd say it looks like they're going to spot it just short of the 30, but
I think so. Several Tigers in there. Carson Coleman ended up on the bottom of the pile, so we'll give him some credit for the tackle.
looks like the nose of the ball is going to touch the 30, so that's where we're going to call it. Tigers back on defense again, so.
Back steps up next to a quarterback rolling out to his right, airs it out down the field. Incomplete.
Oh, he had it in his hands for a little bit.
Boy, right in and out of the hands of number 44, Matthew Dawson. The junior couldn't pull it in. He's a big boy. And he had the Tigers, by all rights, he had them burnt that time.
Yeah, he did.
What should have been about a 20-yard completion, fortunately, ended up incomplete. Ty King with good pursuit, able to get a hand and break it up. 9:57 on the clock. Takes the inside handoff. Tryon keeps it himself up the middle. No gain there. That'll make it 3rd and 10. I'm really interested to see the play of the front of this defensive front this year. We've lost some big guys over the last couple years.
We have. You're right there.
And it's just interesting to see who's going to anchor this defensive. We lost Winans graduate last year.
Yep.
He was
Big Gabe. Yep.
That read option coming around the right end. Botner slips a tackle, gets another block, and he's going to be close to the first down.
Real close to the first down.
They're going to stop the clock, and I think he's got it. First down.
That's what I'm going to think, yeah.
Good block downfield by the wide receiver because that should have been about a 4 or 5 yard gain, and then he was able to slip behind that wide receiver, tie a couple more guys up, and bounce it outside for the first down. 1st and 10 now. He's going to roll to his left.
Yeah, looks like he's going to keep it.
Making more guys miss. Pick up about 8 or 9. Now you watch Tryon, Lenny, when he drops back into that shotgun, he's got the back behind him, and he points with his hand behind his back. He signals to that guy which side to go. I wonder if he's just reading the strength of a defense. Not just a clap, straight to his right this time. Read option, he hands it to Botner up the middle, nothing going.
Nothing there, no gain.
I get 3rd and, they're going to give me a yard.
Oh, they give him a yard on that, wow.
3rd and 1. No huddle offense here for the North Vermillion Falcons, and as hot as it is, that's going to stress this Tiger defense to get on and off the field. Botner goes to the left. Hands it off to him on the sweep again. He's going to get the first down, but not much more. Pick up about 2. Does cross the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Paris 49. 7:51 to go here in the first. Every one of the players with a wristband, Lenny, he calls the play just from the line of scrimmage. Back to the left side shotgun.
Uh-oh.
Smart play. He just covers it.
He does. It's going to be a big loss, but at least he lives to play a couple more downs.
Now, and that kind of a mixed play there by Tryon, because you watch that, okay, you got maybe not the quarterback back there, misses the snap because he's not the quarterback. But he's got the football intelligence to know to just slide down the ball and cover it up. Right. He didn't try to be a hero and do anything that causes a turnover there. So made the mistake, but a heads-up play to just dive on that with 3 Tigers bearing down on him. Out of the shotgun again, sweep to the left, looking to pass. And nothing doing. Big tackle by 21, Calvin Rigdon. They gain a yard on that?
Actually, I think he lost a
Did
yard.
He lose a yard?
That's what I'm thinking.
Ball at the 41 or 36 now. Long 3rd down. They got to go clear to the Paris 39 for a first down. Inside handoff up the middle. They're just conceding this one, willing to punt.
I think so. That was Botner. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be about it.
Yep, no gain on that one, unless you're counting inches.
Well, looks like King and Hutchings are going to be deep again.
Standing back at the 30.
Let Hutchings have it this time.
Yep. Picks it up at the 32. He's going to try to come all the way across the field. Oh, he picks up a big block there. Oh, he slowed down just a bit, and there's a flag. Good return, though.
It was a good return because he fielded that quarterback about the 30.
Yep. Brings it out to nearly the 45-yard line and a hold against the Tigers.
Well, I think that'll be the first penalty of the game.
It will, yeah. Marks the ball back to the Paris 45-yard line. Must have been right at the end of the play. 5:44 to go in the first. Tigers still up 7-0. First look at our offense. Rogers back in the shotgun. Inside handoff. Curl covers up and blasts right up the middle for a Tigers first down.
Well, that's good to see because we didn't see much of that last year because Ethan got hurt right at the beginning of the season. And
kind of bobbled the handoff for a second, put two hands on it. He wasn't going to let anybody take it away. And the seam was just there, right up the middle. Picks up about 13. Ball at the 43, 42-yard line. Outside handoff this time to Curl. It's just a race to the sideline. Dives up the middle, picks up another 7 yards. The Tigers just gashing them here on the first few. Curl's going to come out, and I have a feeling that if they're smart, they're going to rotate a lot of receivers
tonight.
A lot of the running backs, and yeah, Curl's gassed on the sideline. He's been playing defense, and it is hot out there.
Yeah, you want to make sure you keep water, Gatorade, something in your fluids in your body.
Rogers fakes the handoff, tries to keep it himself, and he's going to be wrapped up. Gets maybe a yard in there. It's going to make 3rd and 1. Ball on the 31-yard line. 4:25 to go here in the first. Mason Burns will be in the backfield this time. He'll line up to the right of Rogers. Twins to the right, one to the left.
Oh,
low snap, gets
terrible.
away. Rogers just falls on it as well.
Smart move.
Early season hiccups there. Calling Curl back out. He's got to find his helmet. He's ready to go now. And looks like they're lining up to punt. Ethan's going to be the punter this year.
Look for a short snap, though. Rogers is still out there, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Nope,
Yeah,
back
guess
to
not.
Curl. Line drive kick.
Oh, and it took a bad hop, too.
Oh, yeah, it did. They're only going to net about 19 yards or something on this, maybe 20. Yeah, they're going to net about 20 yards. So 3:24. We do have an official timeout. And they're going to let the players get some water. All right, we'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network. Cornerstone Building Brands is the largest manufacturer of exterior building products in North America, servicing commercial, residential, and repair and remodel markets. They're the #1 manufacturer of vinyl siding, windows, and metal accessories, as well as North America's top choice in metal roofing and wall systems. With an expansive product offering and more than 100 locations, they're committed to providing high-quality exterior building solutions that their customers and communities can count on. That's Cornerstone Building Brands in Paris. .324 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0. Tigers on top. The defense has been on the game, only giving up a couple of first downs tonight. Offense had a couple of good gains and then a hiccup on the snap there.
Bad snap, yep. But like you said, it was a smart play by Rogers. He just covered the ball up, and we lived to play another down.
Special teams has looked good so far, so all in all, a pretty good half quarter here so far for the Tigers.
A lot of people out here, too. As hot as it is, I was surprised. But
I was wondering when I got here, the parking lot wasn't real full, and generally the first game of the year, this place is packed. And I thought the heat might play a factor. I think a lot of folks were just kind of waiting for it to cool off a little bit before they came out.
And it's sun's kind of down now. You can see about half the moon out here by the light pole. So all right, Tiger defense going back out onto the field now as it's going to be North Vermillion ball on, I can't even see the scoreboard. Where we
Okay,
at?
it just feels like 97 instead of 105, so it has cooled a little bit. They're at the 24-yard line.
Okay.
Shotgun trips to the right, rolling to the right, lays it downfield, incomplete, just missed him, had his guy open.
Yeah, he did. He just flat overthrew that one.
He was on the mark with the first one, just guy couldn't haul it in. Just got a text message. They like the scoreboard being small on the screen when watching the game. So, all right, I'm glad they like our update there. We appreciate the feedback.
I guess I didn't realize we did an update.
Yeah, they changed the layout of the scoreboard there. I think it's a Flexi Score update.
Okay.
They changed that. Noticed that during baseball. They switched their scoreboard towards the end of the season. Trips to the right again out of the shotgun.
Yeah,
Nothing.
quarterback keeper and nothing happening. He might have gained a yard maybe.
They also said that we were sounding good, gentlemen. So I assume they're talking about you, Lenny.
It can't be me. I got a face for radio, so.
That's why we got you here.
Yeah. Got the old hillbilly slang going, so everything's good.
I like to tell people, they immediately ask me, does he do it with a toothpick?
Yep.
Yes, he
exactly.
does. That toothpick is in there, even with the headset.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's keeping it. Got a little real estate, making guys miss. He's going to be just, he might have the first down.
If not, he's
got
going to
it.
be just short. Yeah, they signaled first
man.
down. So.
Great defense down the field by the Tigers. Pass coverage was there. And he wasn't exceptionally fast. He just kind of slowly picked the hole,
yep.
sidestepped the guy. And
followed his blockers, what few there were. But he, like you said, Beads, just smart running.
Run up the middle this time. A little bit of a hole, and Tigers wrap him up.
Still gained 5, though.
Stephen Moko wrapped him up, and they need a little help. Gonna give him 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4. Ball at the 41-yard line.
And that was Botner on the carry.
Trying to get out the shotgun. Botner skips over to the left. Trips to the left. He's going to roll that direction. And tries to cut it back, and he's wrapped up and, put down hard. 3 Tigers on top of him. Leading the way, number 51, Will Moody. Does pick up a couple, though, looking at 3rd and about, 3? 2.5?
Yeah, probably a long 2.
2 backs in the backfield with Tryon this time. And gives it to Botner again.
Botner again. They string that one out. I'm not sure. He didn't make it.
No. Oh, they're going to give him a yard. It's going to be 4th and 1. And the Falcons waiting on a play call here. Do they go for it? 4th and short. It looks like they may.
I think they are, yeah.
3 down linemen for the Tigers. And he's going to keep it himself. He's got the first down by an inch, maybe.
Wow. Wow. That was close.
Yes, it was. You ought to be able to pick up a yard
Well,
when you
would
got
think.
3 down linemen and you've got 5. You ought to be able to at least pick a seam and get an inch or two before the linebackers can get up there on you because they're 5 yards off the ball.
Yep.
Tryon keeps it himself on the read option up the middle. Going to pick up about 4. Will Moody on the tackle. Ball at midfield. Maybe the last play of the first quarter. Just 7 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1. And they won't get the play off. That's the end of the first quarter. Tigers 7. North Vermillion 0. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network. With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete, Mark, and the staff at Templeton Funeral Home would like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers! North American Lighting is a leading supplier of automotive lighting systems in North America, and they're proud supporters of Paris Tiger Athletics. They'd like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this sporting season. One quarter in the books. Tigers on top, 7-0. Those 7 points coming compliments of a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown early on in the game by Ty King. Other than that, everything's been situated here between the 30 and the 45-yard line on the field. I'd like to see a little more of our offense, though, Lenny.
Yeah. Well, we've only had
one series.
One possession, so
yep.
It's wearing our defense out for sure.
The funny thing is, it's probably 9 of the same 11 guys you know that are going to play offense. But defense does wear you out a little more. You're the one chasing them. They know where they're going. They're laying on you. You do get a little more tired on defense, I think. Hopefully we've got some depth. We can roll out there and switch a few guys out, give them a breather here and there. Tryon out of the shotgun again. Botner steps up to his left. Fakes the handoff to him, looking downfield. Over the middle, it's caught.
Did he hang on to it?
That he did.
Yeah, he did. Number 7, Daniel Woody.
What, about 14 yards there to Woody?
I thought the ball was right on the 50.
Was it on the 50? Okay. Couldn't have been, or it wouldn't have been a first down. It was on the 45.
Yeah, had to been.
Just shy of the 40-yard line.
14 sounds good to me.
Tryon keeps it himself. Running that read option and faking the handoff, trying to read the defense. And
I think he lost it.
He did read wrong.
Yeah.
2nd and 11. They've only picked 3 pass plays. They've completed 1, but the other 2 were wide open. Tryon with the snap. Hands it off. And they're going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards.
That was Botner that time on the sweep.
And Charlie Ford was in there on the tackle, Lenny. That's your defensive lineman, but you hate to see your defensive lineman making the tackle
that
4 or 5 yards
yeah,
downfield.
Downfield, right.
He got off the block, but he let the block push him downfield first. Long snap count. Tryon rolling to his left this time. He's got time.
Got hit too, but
Pass is complete. And it's going to score.
yeah, maybe. I think they got him out of bounds.
Just shy of the goal. Going to mark it out around the 2-yard line. Pass is complete to number 44, Matthew Dawson.
So they're it's gonna be 35 yards in on the completion.
He took a pretty good shot when he let it go.
Yeah, he did. But he stood right there in the pocket till, well, it wasn't really because he'd rolled out, but
Botner to the left. Linebackers creeping up the middle. And Tryon keeps it, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard, 2. That gets a yard. We're going to need another guy up on that line of scrimmage if we're going to
Yeah,
stop this,
I
because
was
they're
saying.
picking up a yard at will.
well, if you're going to stop him, it's going to take a valiant effort for sure.
2nd and 1. Hands it to Botner. Oh,
they
missed the
had him.
tackle in the backfield, and he's in.
I think he made it.
I thought they had him for a
I-
loss.
No, I thought so, but
Now lining up for the extra point attempt. Number 42, Rangel. Low kick. They're going to have to roll out. And the pass was knocked away by the Tigers. Extra point attempts, no good, so Paris keeps a 1-point advantage, 7-6. We'll be back in just a moment with a Tiger possession here on the Paris Sports Network.
Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153.
9:29 to go here in the second quarter, and the Tigers have a 1-point advantage now over the Falcons, 7-6. Lenny, I wanted to see the offense again, but I didn't want them to score first. I was kind of hoping we'd stop them and get the ball back. Big pass completion to number 44, Matthew Dawson, that went for about 35 yards to set that one up. They're not dominating us up front. They're just slipping a tackle here, slipping a tackle there, like
but
that
it's
one.
like you said, though, Beads, they've got 5 offensive linemen. We've got 3 defensive linemen, so there's always going to be a hole somewhere. You could pick up at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, the short yardage they've been able to get us tonight. Sideline to sideline, we've been able to kind of string them out. Been able to shut that down. We're getting guys in the backfield. We've got tackles for loss already tonight. Pass coverage has been a little rough. They've had 4, and they've all 4 been wide open. They've been rolling him out. He's had some time to look downfield.
2 completions out of the 4, and 1 was in the guy's hands, and he just flat dropped it.
Yeah, it should be 3 for 4. The other one, he just flat out.
Flat overthrew.
Yeah. Gonna kick it off to the right, a little pooch kick. Be fielded around the 28. Running backwards, trying to find daylight is Hutchings.
I'm not sure that was Hutchings either. Looked like number 3.
I see. Number 1, with white gloves coming off.
Well,
Yep.
Okay, I guess it was Hutchings. Okay.
Yep, 3's down here on the end here.
All right, it's going to be the Paris ball on, the 26?
What appears, 26. The officials taking the timeouts tonight. Trying to give the players a few extra breaks. Kind of like TV timeouts for the big guys.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank our sponsors. So this timeout being brought to you by Cornerstone Building Brands and Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home of Paris.
If you'd like to be one of our sponsors this year and help out with our broadcast of ladies volleyball and the football team here, boys and girls basketball, baseball and softball, we even throw a few wrestling matches in there. We would love to have you on board this year. You can give myself a call, BJ Pheasant or Lenny Irwin. Get a hold of Jeff Chambers or Jim Blue or Clay Bess. We will help you out. You can find us on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Check out the Facebook page.
The Paris Sports Network.
Exactly, and get a hold of us. We'll gladly take your money.
Yeah, we will. I won't complain a bit. Flexible packages. You can be an affiliate sponsor. You don't have to be a corporate sponsor. Then we have different linked spots as well. If I ever get moved into my house, I'll even let you record your own commercial. Right now, I don't know where my mic is. It's in one of the boxes. It's somewhere. Rogers out of the shotgun, hand up right up the middle. Hit the backfield is Curl. He ran into a wall.
Yeah, he did. But he didn't lose any, so he made it back to the line. So.
I think that was Mason Burns. That was number 4.
Was it 4?
Yeah, 4's
okay.
out there. That's not Curl. Or at least on that carry. Yeah, Curl's over here on the end of the line.
He is getting a breather.
Burns again in the backfield. Rogers looking to his left. Pass complete. And it's a first down for the Tigers.
Okay, who caught the ball?
I want to say Wells.
Wells, yep.
Yep, number 9, Robert Wells. Real quick pass. I like to see that confidence builder there for the quarterback. You're not making him read downfield and thread it between the safeties or anything on his first pass. Just turns to the left, fires it over there. Quick strike and a first down for the Tigers. 1st and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. 8:20 to go.
Gain of 11 on that play, so.
Really wide receiver out here, and Rogers is going to roll to the right.
And he's not going. Oh, there's a flag, too. That's probably a hold.
It's in holding territory there. Yep. I think that's what the official signaled hold against the Tigers. They'll accept that. Marcus back.
And that'll bring up, that'll be second and about 25. Yeah, maybe not quite that much. Maybe it's only going to be about 20.
I wonder if you can tell a retired official, like if you see him at the mall, do they walk like that, 1 yard at a time?
I don't know.
Just, they don't even know they're doing it. It makes you wonder. Rogers out of the shotgun, trips to the left, looking to his left. Quick slant out there again. It is complete. Rigdon down the left sideline. He's going to pick up a good chunk out near the 45. Those are just like extended run plays. Mm-hmm. They're catching it at the line of scrimmage. It's good for their yak, their yards after catch. Second and manageable here for the Tigers, a short 5. Ty King coming way down to the near side, Twins to the left. Rogers hands off up the middle to Curl, slips a tackle, a little stiff arm for the first down. Out to the North Vermillion 48. I'm feeling better here, Lenny, getting a little momentum in the offense.
Yep.
It's kind of what we saw on the first drive before we had the mishandled snap. All right, Hutchings and King to the near side. Fakes the handoff. Rogers keeps it himself. Powers up the middle.
He got about 3.
Yep. Gonna spot the ball at the 45-yard line. Tigers going old school with the huddle. You don't see that as much anymore. More and more teams go into the wristbands and the no huddle offense. I think you need to huddle up tonight. Take your time.
I think so, yeah. Just make sure everybody's on the same page.
Second back through, gets it. They fake it. Oh, the pile's still moving. Tigers still pushing the pile. It's a scrum now down near our first down.
I think he got it.
He did. Hutchings, the ball carrier, kept the legs going. I don't know which offensive lineman was helping him, but they had him dead in the water back here at the 40-yard line. That's 3 more yards and a first down. Fortunately, the officials didn't get overzealous with their whistle. The pile kept going.
Well, how many yards did he gain on that? 7?
Yeah, I had 5, I think, and past that, so 7 or 8 at least.
There's Curl again. He just plows up the middle, full head of steam. And
running these backs back and forth. You see Burns coming off, Curl coming off. Try to keep him rested tonight. 4:54 to go here in the second quarter. Tigers up by 1, 7-6, moving the ball down the field. 2nd and 5 now at the North Vermillion 32-yard line. Hot as it is tonight, run the ball like that and just let this clock keep running. I would be okay with that. Trips to the right. Rogers rolling to his right. Out pass, incomplete.
Oh, man, right in the hands of number 21. Calvin Rigdon, and he dropped that one.
That's a big one, though, because that brings up 3rd and 5 now. You're 2 down territory at this point. Any guesses here, Lenny?
Well, Curl's not in, so
Oh, they're going to bunch the formation up here.
I'd say it's going to be a sweep.
I think you're right. Rogers is going to try to keep it.
And he's
man.
nothing, man. He lost about 3.
He did. 2 guys went right by Mason Burns that time.
So now it's going to bring up 4th down, but you're in your own territory. Do you go for it?
Yeah, I think you do here. This is where I think every team needs to have one kid that just can't punt. You need your worst punter. Bring him out there. Let him wail on that ball as hard as he can and kick it like 15 yards. Then you go down him inside the 10 or something. You just need that one kid that can't kick. Let him punt. Even if they shank it out of bounds, it's all right. Oh. Couldn't connect down the field. Had the time to throw it. Had him open, just couldn't connect, and then he got hammered afterwards.
Well, North Vermillion's going to get the ball again, and it's going to be 1st and 10 on, looks like about the 35-yard line. Yeah, 35.
Yep. A lot of momentum on that drive. Stalled there at the end after the 2 incompletions. Up 1 with 3:30 to go in the second quarter. This timeout's being brought to you by Seed Solutions. That's Chip and Bethany Keys. You can get a hold of them out at the Paris Airport. Also, Longview Bank and Trust. They're back on board with us this season. We appreciate their help. And we'll throw another shout out there to Moody Farms, another one of our proud sponsors of Paris Tiger Athletics. Well, Lenny, the band is in full swing tonight. They're battling the heat out there.
Yeah, they are. I seen something cool this week, Beads. The JFL boys were practicing over on the old Ernie Evelyn field.
Yep.
After about 10 minutes before practice was over, I seen the fire truck come rolling out, and I thought, well, that's kind of odd. What's a fire truck doing out at football practice?
Yeah.
Practice was over. He shot the big water cannon up in the air and let the boys all run underneath it. And it kind of served two purposes. They watered the field down, plus
Sure.
the boys got cooled off. So
That's awesome.
big shout out to the Paris Fire Department for that. So
You know, those boys may not remember their win-loss record when they're our age, but
They'll
they'll remember that time that fire truck came.
Exactly. They'll remember playing in that water.
That is awesome. Love to hear that. All right, North Vermillion now ready to go. Ball on their own 35-yard line. Tryon claps. Botner to his left now. Trips to the right. Long snap count. Keeps it himself up the middle. And very short gain.
Not much. Maybe got one or two.
Mason Burns on the tackle. They're going to give him a couple yards there. Two-yard gain. Makes it 2nd and 8.
Well, he's carried the ball 12 times now, and he's made 9 yards.
Oh, my. Has to roll out to his right this time. Has guy open, pass complete. Short at the first down. And they'll be about 2 yards shy. They'll pick up of about 6. Well, for not being the starting quarterback, he's been pretty accurate tonight.
He's been pretty efficient, yeah.
Tries to roll to the right this time. He's going to have the first down and some more out past the 50-yard line.
Plenty extra that time.
They've been able to pick up 2-3 yards at a time at will. Tigers showing blitz this time. They bring 2 of the outside backers, putting pressure on him. He's got to keep it, and he picks up big gain up the middle. A broken play that worked out on the scramble.
It worked out for them for sure, but pressure was on. But
look at the size difference there. Number 8, Carson Coleman, coming off the field, going in for him. Talon Deere. They don't have heights and weights on here, but I guarantee you Talon weighs a lot more than Carson does. Blast up the middle. They should have a first down. Ooh, just shy.
Yeah, I guess he didn't make it.
We have an odd angle here, but boy, sure looks like a first down from here. I guess the yard marker's a little farther down than I thought. They're going to call a timeout for a measurement. This timeout for measurement being brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Terry Elston and Illini FS.
I think he got it.
He did.
He did get it.
Hey, he made it by half a football, so. Makes me feel a little better about my prediction there. I thought he had it.
Well, like you said, it's kind of hard to tell up here from the angle we're at, but it's still, I was like you, Beads. I thought, why is he short? It looks like he got it to me, but.
Ball at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. The clock is ticking, though. Yeah, you read my mind there, Lenny. Down at a minute. Pass intercepted. His knee was down. No return, but the Tigers do pick off the pass. On the interception, number 11, Ty King, went down on one knee to catch the ball. Just overthrew the wide receiver again. He was open. 56 seconds on the clock. You got time for take a couple chances and run the clock out if it doesn't work.
Okay.
All right, 3 receivers to the right. We better back up, though. We're way offsides. There we go.
Well, this is only our 3rd offensive possession.
Got the screen outside, looking for a block. Trips him up, stays in bounds.
It's complete to Paris Mason Vitale.
Carrick Mason Vitale on the reception. The sophomore, oh, they give him a first down, so pick up 10. Ball on the 39, 45 seconds on the clock. It stops to move the chains. Three receivers spread out to the left. Gonna bring a man in motion. Look for that jet sweep here. That's what it is. Hustling around the corner. Picks up a block. Oh, gets ripped down from behind. Ty King with a big gain. Paris calls a timeout. 13 seconds on the clock. Second and 1. They're going to pick up about 9 yards before the Tigers call the timeout. This timeout being brought to you by Savoya's Pizza and the Edgar County Community Foundation. Well, we picked up good yardage on these last 2 plays, Lenny, but 13 seconds.
Yeah.
We're going to have to air it out these next couple plays.
Exactly. I mean,
that was a great 9-yard gain at any other point in the game, but
yeah.
it takes 23 seconds to run because he runs like 50 yards to gain 9 on that play.
Yeah, I'd say we've only got maybe 2 plays at the best.
And my hopes is that opens something up, maybe a crossing route from one of those slot receivers coming the other direction. You see that jet sweep a couple times, automatically you start pulling the defense over next time they see it. So you like to see that one succeed early. We'll keep people honest. Tigers heading back out onto the field. North Vermillion, like, it's hot. We're not moving. We got halftime coming. All right, Twins each side this time. Rogers again in the shotgun. Drops back, looks to his left, steps up in the pocket, he's down.
He's sacked.
That'll be the end of the quarter. They're going to let it go now.
Yeah,
Aiden Hinchy with the sack. I'm not sure. It was a miscommunication. Somebody just missed their job that time. 20 minutes on the halftime clock. A little longer than usual. They're going to let the guys cool down. They're going to head into the locker rooms and get some water. And we'll take a break here and be back in a few moments. The band's going to come out and entertain us, though. You're listening to Paris Tiger Football. It's Tigers 7, Falcons 6 here on the Paris Sports Network.
Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Moody Farms of Paris is a proud supporter of Paris Tiger student athletes. Whether they're on the court, in the field, or in the classroom, Moody Farms wants to wish all of our Tigers the best of luck this year. Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548. For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing what we've begun, helping our families to truly live. I will, you will, together we will show some heart, do our part, take a compassionate stand for good, forever, for Edgar County, ECCF.
Edgar County Community Foundation.
At First Farmers, we are committed to the communities we serve. For us, joining a community means more than just opening shop. We want to see businesses thrive, generational farms succeed, and local families continue to put down roots and grow. Whether you're looking for a farm loan, managing a business, building a nest egg for a new home, or searching for the personal financial tools that will set you up for financial success, we've got you covered. At First Farmers Bank and Trust in Paris. The skating rink at Twin Lakes, formerly known as Twin Lakes Roller Rink, has been a popular establishment in Paris for over 60 years. New owners CJ and Mary Jo Becker are bringing new life to the skating rink with arcade games, a snack bar, TV hangout area for teens, and lots of roller skating. Stop by 1250 North Main Street in Paris on Friday and Saturday nights from 6 to 10, with a fifth quarter on Friday nights until midnight, and on Sundays from 2 to 4. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming events.
Now performing are your Paris Marching Tigers, under the direction of drum majors Olivia Keys and Sammy Mila. Tonight, the Marching Tigers will be previewing the first two parts of their 2023 show, Angels and Demons, arranged and composed by Randall Standridge. This powerful show depicts the internal struggle between good and evil. Tonight, the show will feature solos by senior Brennan Hemrich and junior Emerson Barrett on mellophone. Now, let's enjoy Angels and Demons, Part 1 and 2. That was your 2023 Paris High School Marching Tigers. The Marching Tigers are under the direction of Dr. Kevin Pruitt, Assistant Director Jessica Hendrickson, Color Guard Instructor Zach and Haley Cassad, Percussion Technicians Jonathan Boren and Eric Hendrickson, and Choreographer Carly Tessereau. How about another big hand for the Paris Marching Tigers?
Family owned in Paris for 38 years, Savoya's Pizza is the place for real Italian food. Be sure to try their famous pizza nuggets and follow them on Facebook for their latest specials. Stop by 327 North Main Street for carryout or call 217-463-2500 for delivery.
White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning have been your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195. Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. Make plans to attend Lake Ridge Christian Church this Sunday, either for their traditional service at 8 a.m. or their contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. There's something for everyone at Lake Ridge, from infants to the more seasoned generation. Visit their website at lakeridgechurch.org or find them on Facebook to watch their service each Sunday morning at 10:30. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark counties since 1950. If you're looking for agricultural, business, or personal loans, Longview Bank and Trust has you covered. They can even help you with investment options and online banking. At locations in Paris, Crispin, Georgetown, and Marshall, they're always ready with the services you need. Look them up online at longviewbt.com. The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors for their support of Paris Tiger Athletics. The Mary Lupine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Mark and Holly at Winans Farms, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Steve and Lynn Young. Cornerstone Building Brands is the largest manufacturer of exterior building products in North America, servicing commercial, residential, and repair and remodel markets. They're the #1 manufacturer of vinyl siding, windows, and metal accessories, as well as North America's top choice in metal roofing and wall systems. With an expansive product offering and more than 100 locations, they're committed to providing high-quality exterior building solutions that their customers and communities can count on. That's Cornerstone Building Brands in Paris. With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete, Mark, and the staff at Templeton Funeral Home would like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to halftime. The Tigers on top, 7-6. Lenny, at the beginning, I thought we might run away with this one a little bit, but that hasn't happened.
It hasn't. Nope. The defense has been on the field a lot. Our offense, not so much, but we've only had the ball 3 times, but I guess they've only had it 4 times, but we still got the 1-point lead. We'll get the ball to start the second half, so that should be a good thing.
And we're 0 for 3 on offensive possessions, though. We haven't scored on offense yet.
Nope, we haven't.
Oh.
Special teams, though, looking good. So, who was it that run that one back?
Ty King.
Ty King, yeah. Busted that one all the way back for the 60-yard punt return. And I thought, after that, I thought, well, that'll give us a spark that we need. I thought our defense would stiffen up, but
Well, we forced a punt. We got the ball back and immediately started moving the ball down the field. I was feeling good. We fumble a snap, kind of stalled.
Yep.
And then later on, we start moving the ball again, a couple incompletions, and we kind of stall. And then when it matters, though, we're getting dropped in the backfield.
Yep.
Blocking needs a few adjustments.
It does, definitely. And I think I'm not sure how well this defensive line, this 3-4-3, whatever it is matching up against their offensive line, because they're pretty able to run at will and gain 2, 3, 4 yards a pop. So they're coming back out onto the field already. Tigers right behind them. So we'll go ahead and run down some halftime stats while the boys are warming up. I don't think it's going to take too much to get warm tonight.
I don't think so.
But anyway, for the North Vermillion Falcons, Cody Tryon, their quarterback, he's not really, but their quarterback is out already, so he's ineligible for tonight. He has 14 carries for 24 yards. Andrew Botner has 11 carries for 33 yards. And their wide receiver, Daniel Woody, has 1 carry for 4 yards. Throwing the ball, Tryon is 3 out of 6 for 56 yards and 1 interception. Ty King picked him off on that one right there, pretty close to the end of the half. Receiving the ball, Daniel Woody's got 1 catch for 14, and he dropped one that was wide open that he should have had. And Matthew Dawson has the big 35-yard catch that set up their touchdown score. Plus, he has another catch for 7 yards, so he's got 2 catches for 42. Their scoring drive came in the second quarter with 9:29 to go. It was a 1-yard run by Botner, but the extra point was no good, and that was their 6 points. Your Tigers' scoring drive came right in the first quarter on we stopped them on, 3 and out?
Yep.
And they punted. Ty King took it all the way to the house on a 60-yard punt return, and our kick was good. And that's the way we stand at halftime. We're up 7-6. Now for our stats, quarterback Drew Rogers has 5 carries for a -14, but a couple of those were bad snaps that were over his head that he had to go back and he fell on the ball. He got sacked, I think, 1 time trying to throw the ball. Mason Burns has 1 carry for no yards. Ethan Curl, the big stud, he's got 4 carries for 35 yards. Maddox Hutchings has 1 carry for 8 yards, and Ty King has 1 carry for 9 yards on the jet sweep. Rogers throwing the ball, he's 3 out of 5 for 36 yards. And catching the ball, Wells has 1 catch for 11. Vitale has 1 catch for 10. And Calvin Rigdon has 1 catch for 15. So we got about 46 minutes or seconds to go before we'll start the second half. I think they did put the extra 3 minutes on, so the boys been out there warming up. Not that it's going to take much to warm up tonight.
I don't think so. The big difference on offense tonight has been the broken plays.
Mm-hmm.
They've been able to pass protection breaks down. They've been able to slip a couple tackles, pick up that first down, or, slide out of the pocket and just things kind of going their way. When we haven't had the big lane, we're getting dropped for a loss. So hopefully some of that changes here in the second half.
Well, you would think so, but
Usually those kind of things even out over the course of a game.
so to start the second half, we should get the kickoff. So we'll see how things go with that. But see who we kind of got out there on special teams. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Ty King and Maddox Hutchings will be the two deep backs. After that, I'm not sure.
I have to stop and keep checking the roster here early in the season. I'll see numbers, and every once in a while names will pop into my head. I'm like, that's not right. That kid's been graduated for 6 years.
Yeah.
But you get so used to calling a certain player's name or number. Yeah, you're right, King and, well, not Hutchings, the deep back. It's going to be King and Wells.
Okay. Well, we're set for 12 minutes of football here in the start of the third quarter.
19 backbeat full-wool Tigers set to kick off for the Falcons. Aiden Rangel.
Aiden Rangel's going to kick it off for North Vermillion. He only takes a couple steps, and it's a real short kick.
Yeah, it is. Down to the 29. And not a real long return either. Carter Krippis, number 15 on the return. Scoots out past the 35. Ball marked at the 36. Tigers taking their time up to the line of scrimmage. They get up there for about 14 seconds on the play clock. Two backs in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Curl. And he just runs straight up over the top of the first guy he sees and picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
Okay, who caught the ball out there, Beads?
Wells.
Wells, okay. Thank you, sir.
I'm glad the PA folks over there can see some of that. Wells out there wide to the left again. Short gain on the play. Hand off to the near side.
This is Burns. Oh, yeah.
He gets a block.
Man, he's coming
back. He loses the ball.
It's coming back anyway. If
they've got it back. Holding against the Tigers. They'll take the ball.
I'm it's going to be still Paris ball because I think they said he recovered it out of bounds. So.
Tigers get a break if that's the case. It'll mark us back, but I don't know, it might be as good as a punt here. Look at there's a flag clear on the other side. I mean, it had to be a pretty obvious hold. I missed it. But for the guy to see it here in front of him and the other guy to see it on the other side of the field, there was some jersey tugging or something going on, if you could see that.
Yeah, for sure.
Marks it back. Still going. There we go.
Yards, yep. It's going to be a hole.
Now looking at 3rd and 13 instead of 1st and 10 from around the 35 where they first punched it out of his arms. Well, that play looked good from the
It
start.
did,
We had
yeah.
a hole
I don't
and
know what the hold was. I didn't actually see it, but
dripped left. Fakes to his left, comes back to the right, incomplete.
just a little bit low. Wells went down him, and then his knee kicked it out. So
And the Tigers are going to have to punt here. Curl going back in to punt. 10:21 here in the third quarter. Tigers up by 1, 7-6.
I think you'll keep that sweep, though, in your playbook, though, for Burns, because
I think so.
I liked it. It looked good.
One guy deep to returns, number 34, Sean Martin. Line drive kick takes a straight up bounce again. Tigers will down it. Well, I was really hoping that carry that momentum over and just keep rolling inside the 30.
Kind of like had backspin on it.
It did.
Just popped up. And
Would that be a wedge? Is that what does that?
yeah, kind of. Of course, the pros, shoot, they can put backspin on a 4-iron from 200 yards out.
All I know is it's a golf club. I'm not real sure there. Out of the shotgun. Rolling out to his right. Got some pressure on him. Can't bring him down. And the pass is complete down the sideline. And he's out of bounds, fortunately.
That's number 7 with their catch.
Woo. Number 7, Daniel Woody. That was a good catch. They've only got him listed about 5'6", and he used all 5 feet 6 inches to bring that ball in. Tigers in the 3-4 again. Sitting back to pass. Now he's got to scramble. This one's coming back. He's going to pick up the first down, but there's a flag in the backfield. That's going to march him way back inside the 45.
Yep, that'll be their first penalty of the ball game.
Those holds in the backfield really hurt.
Yeah, they just stop a drive. It's going to bring up 1st and 20 now.
I thought it'd be back even farther. I thought maybe the spot of the foul. They're going to hand off right up the middle. Oh.
That was Woody again.
They've got him in the backfield. He's a little quicker than the Botner that's been back there. Botner's a little bigger.
Yeah, he gained 6 of that time, maybe 7. I'll give you 7.
Looking at 2nd and 13 now from the 44-yard line. And read option, handoff again up the middle. And they'll just power their way up for another 4 yards. Got to make it 3rd and 9 in Tiger territory. Ball marked at the 40-yard line. Big 3rd down here for the Tigers. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Botner now steps up to the right side of Tryon. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right. Lobs it wide open.
Wide open.
Knocked out of bounds, but that's a big first down. Number 44, Matthew Dawson, the tight end. He's coming up a little ginger after going out of bounds. 8:46 on the clock. Tigers still up by 1. Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 with the ball spotted at the Paris 26. Tryon rolling to his left this time. Now he's going to scramble. Slips another tackle, and he's got a big gain ahead of him.
Yeah, he does.
And more in for the touchdown.
In.
There's that broken play again that just really worked tonight in favor of North Vermillion. That'll make the score 12-7. A bad snap prevented the extra point early on in the game. So they're going to go for 2. 2 backs in the backfield in the shotgun. Trown rolling to his right, tries to lob it over the middle. It's caught, and it's good. 2-point conversion makes it 14-7. Tigers trailing now, looking to get the ball with 8:35 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. Be back in just a moment on the Paris Sports Network.
Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153.
Welcome back to third quarter action. 8:35 to go. Tigers trailing now 14-7 after the long scramble by Cody Tryon. Puts them on the board. The 2-point conversion gives them a full 7-point advantage. That hurts just as much because you had that 1-point difference, you know. And there's something, a little security in having that extra point there. Tigers are getting ready for their second possession here. They had the ball to start the first half. Kick down around the 25-yard line. Gets by a couple guys this time. Trying to get to the sideline. And finally brought down past the 35, around the 36-yard line. Maddox Hutchings.
Well, like you said, he ran a long way and didn't gain a whole lot. But
well, if you're about a half step quicker, look out. He's had a couple holes, just not quite able to get there tonight. Some of that could just be the heat and the mugginess, and it'll slow you down a bit.
it will.
Shotgun again for the Tigers. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to pick up a good chunk this time. Mason Burns.
Yep.
We'll take 6 yards every time.
Uh-oh, we got a
Tiger
down.
That looks like cramping there.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah, timeout on the field. They're going to go out and work on him, and kind of expect a little of that with it as hot as it is. And you get a good solid cramp out there. You're about begging them to just cut it off. Just get me out of here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Those hamstrings, those calves lock up, and it is downright miserable. And then even after you get it worked out, a certain range of motion, you can feel it try to cramp. It wants to cramp again.
It doesn't take much to bring it back, that's for sure.
I hope that track's cooled off for these cheerleaders down there. That black rubber down there had to be scorching when they started tonight. So is it, that's Burns that's down there, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. He's telling him, bring it, stretch it. Out of the shotgun again. Rogers hands it off to Curl this time. He goes back up the middle. He's got a gain.
Big
runs
gain.
over a guy.
Yeah.
Takes it from, the 43, clear up to the 40-yard line of the other side. Gain of like 17 yards there.
Yeah.
I felt bad for that little safety back there squared up on Ethan. He just put his head down and dove at his ankles. You could tell he did not want to hit that head on a full
Definitely
head of steam.
There's
Curl again, same play, other side. That's meeting that safety again down there head on. He had a guy on his back, though. Slowed him down a little bit for the safety.
13 more.
Okay. Tigers gaining lots of yards here, all by Ethan Curl at the moment. Quick pass outside, it's complete. Drops the ball, gets back on it. King caught it, and they threw it to the short side, and North Vermillion was all over it. Gonna lose 2.
I think so.
Almost 3, yeah, 2 yards. 2nd and 12. Ball back at the 29-yard line. Curl the up back this time. Rigdon deep. Defense scrambling to get in position. Pass out to a wide open Tiger. Oh, he loses the ball again. Another fumble.
Doggone it.
Complete to Mason Burns.
Are they saying it was down?
Nope, just stopping the clock. Goes to the other team.
Okay.
Other pass is complete. Fumble on the play recovered by North Vermillion. Official timeout on the field.
Pass was complete by Burns. Or to Burns, and he got all the way down first down territory there, and they just poked it out behind him. That's the second time one of our guys has lost the ball while going downfield.
Okay, that's going to be a...
Fortunately, still early in the game here. 6:30 to go in the third quarter. This timeout being brought to you by Country Financial. That's Jim Blue and Mark Ladding. Also, Lake Ridge Christian Church. So it'll be 1st and 10 for South Vermillion with the ball marked down on their own 14-yard line, I think. Boy, Lenny, even when we're doing it right.
Yeah, we still mess it up.
Stuff like that tonight. Man, oh man. Yeah, it's good to see Mason back out there on that play, though. They got the cramp worked out and got him back here on the sideline. They're going to work on him a little more here while they're got to stop in the action. Get him some water. Six minutes, 30 seconds. Both teams now making their way back out onto the field.
Ball's going to be on the 14.
Yep. A lot of noise from the band with the team down here in the end zone looking downfield for the pass. Now he pulls it in. He's going to scramble, and he's got a lot of room. Picks up the first down and a whole lot more. Down to the 35-yard line. Well, pass coverage was better.
Yeah, but nobody picked up the quarterback, Tyrone. Tyrone, I guess. So...
They're going to bring Woody out of the slot, back into the lineup to the left to try on. Low snap on the ground. Scoops it up. Still gets away from guys and picks up a couple yards. Second down and 8. Or 7. Wait to see where they spot it here. Yeah, they're going to give him 3.
Yep.
Another play kind of in our favor, just didn't work. 5:20 to go here in the third. Another low snap. Tryon just falls on this one.
Low snap recovered by
That'll bring up a long third down now. That'll lose about 4 yards. You know, at one point, Lenny, what do you have, like 12 carries for 9 yards or something, or 9 carries for 12 yards? And
Something like that.
he's corrected that ratio.
Yeah, he has.
Trying to sweep to the outside. Tigers string it
Yeah, it's
out.
not gonna
Stay with
work.
this one.
That's not going to work.
Staying home that time for the Tigers. Calvin Rigdon was in there on the stop. Should bring up a punting situation. Hutchings and King going back again. All right, so a big turnover kills the offensive momentum, but the defense answers back. Helped out by a couple bad snaps, but we'll take it. Only one of them really hurt him. No rush. They're going to set up for the return. Back to King at the 42-yard line. Tries to skip outside. He's going to... Stays alive. He wasn't down yet. What about that effort from Ty King?
That's quite the effort. I thought he was down back here about the 50. But
Boy. They took his legs out from under him, and he was able to stay on top of the defender. He didn't touch the ground. Boy, you'd have seen the fans erupt if he had slid that one away.
yeah, he
On both sides of the field.
Okay, so it's going to be Paris ball on the North Vermillion. 43.
Yep. First and 10. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off to Curl up the middle. Looking for a seam. It's going to pick up a few. They're saying he fumbled. The officials aren't having it. Tigers will keep the ball. Spotted just past the 41. So a short gain of about 2 yards. 3:15 to go here in the third. No backs in the backfield. Here's a little different look.
This is really different.
4 receivers to the left. Look for a quick screen to the left here. There it is. Pass is complete. And we get a first down.
Rogers' pass is complete. It'll be first and 10 Tigers.
That's Wells out there on the reception, I believe. Picks up the first down. Ball at the 31-yard line. I enjoyed calling that one. I don't get to do that too often. That was obvious even I saw it. I'll wait for that jet sweep to come back again here in the second half. Inside handoff. Busting through. Big game for the Tigers. That's Ethan Curl. Ball inside the 20-yard line. Down to the 16.
Okay, so that's 5-10.
Must have switched the ball out.
14.
Clock ticking down at the 2-minute mark. Here in the third. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Curl in the backfield just to the right of Rogers. Fakes it to Curl. Keeps it himself up the middle. He's just going to gain a couple. Let's see.
Give him 3 on it.
Yeah. Ball spotted around the 13-yard line. 2nd and 7. Mason Vitale and Wells, I think, out to the left. King to the right. Big gain to curl up the middle again. He's going to be close to the end zone. Tigers pushing the pile. He's
He
in.
scored.
Well, that's twice now, Lenny. We've seen a play just about stall.
Yep.
And then suddenly the pile just moves another yard or two. We got a big first down with it earlier on in the game, and we picked up that touchdown there. Tigers down by 1 now, 13-14. Getting ready for the extra point attempt. Rogers set to hold now for Wells. Hold, the snap, the kick is up, and it's no good. A 2-point conversion now coming back to haunt the Tigers.
Yep, for sure.
Down by 1 with 56 seconds to go in the third. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network.
Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics.
Welcome back. It's the third quarter, and the Tigers are down by 1. Offense really moved the ball well that time. Probably the best series we've seen from them tonight. Obviously, we scored, but it looked good passing, looked good rushing. We didn't fumble the ball. The snaps were good. They finally kind of all clicked and put it together there.
Yep, everything looked sharp and clear, and seemed like everybody knew what they were doing. And all right, now what's the deal? The band's moving down to the other end? Or are they just coming out here to play for us? Or
I don't know. Making their way down the field. They got something going on. Back to return the kick around the 15-yard line. Wells set to kick off. Short kick. That's bobble drop, and he has to go down on it around the 38-yard line. Real short kick that time.
okay, North Vermillion ball on
About the 39.
39, ain't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Under a minute to play in the third. 1st and 10 now for North Vermillion. They'll put twins on each side. Botner to the left now. He'll fan out to the left side. Look for the little screen pass to him. And Tryon
He's got
keeps
all
it.
day.
Finally finds his receiver. He's got the first down and some more. Down the sideline, he's still going. Finally out of bounds. Wyatt Walters, number 21. 125-pound senior. Squirmed out of that one, and down the sideline he went. Well, Tryon had all day back there to find a receiver. Now 1st and 10 with the ball at the Paris 44-yard line. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. North Vermillion moving the ball again. Inside handoff. Oh, Brown keeps it himself. Right back up the middle. He'll pick up a few. Short of the 40-yard line. Most likely the last play of the third quarter. And that will be the end of the third quarter. North Vermillion 14, Paris 13. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network.
Moody Farms of Paris is a proud supporter of Paris Tiger student athletes. Whether they're on the court, in the field, or in the classroom, Moody Farms wants to wish all of our Tigers the best of luck this year.
A fresh 12 minutes on the clock for the Tigers. Trailing by 1, North Vermillion moving the ball again. And of course, they'll switch sides now. Checking out one of the Tigers there. Maddox Hutchings doing a lot of stretching. Muscles get real tight out there. Funny, the warmer you get, sometimes it start dehydrating and those muscles start cramping up and getting tight. On top of that, you're just super duper sweaty and wet out there. It might as well be a rainy game when it comes to tackling right now.
Oh, yeah.
These players have sweated so much that just trying to grab a hold of some of these jerseys and uniforms is a challenge.
And you know everybody's got to be gassed out there in that heat. Everybody's got to be on fumes by now, I would think.
Absolutely.
But we've got 12 minutes of football left. We need a big defensive stop here, though.
That we do.
Fumble, that'll help there, maybe.
Pass still complete over the middle. Good open field tackle for the Tigers, but it's probably going to be a first down. Calvin Rigdon with the tackle, Botner with the reception, and he's going to have the first down. There was nobody by him when he caught that. First and 10 now, the Paris 33-yard line. Handoff, sweeping to the left is Botner, cuts it upfield. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5 before he gets hammered out of bounds.
Botner on the carry. Stays in bounds after a gain of 4 to be second down.
Okay, he stays in bounds. Clock keeps running. That clock is the best friend right now for North Vermillion. They want to, of course, they want to score, but they want to run as much time off this clock as they can. We want to get it back and get on the board as quick as possible.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We needed that defensive stop back there. Then I thought when he fumbled the ball on the snap, I thought, yeah. But
Tryon keeps it himself. Back up the middle, short of the first down. They're going to bring up third.
They managed to turn something into nothing, and we can't seem to do that. Now we got another player down. Looks like he's cramping up.
Yep. The trainer's out there real quick to work on him. And most likely it's a calf or a hamstring cramping up on these guys. This quick timeout will be brought to you by Ingram's Waste Disposal and the skating rink. That's CJ and Mary Jo Becker. We're predicting a lot of the cramping tonight. Normally it's on the way home. You're on the bus. You've kind of cooled off a little bit. Starts to quiet down, and pretty soon one of them big guys pops up out of their seat, grabbing the hamstring because all of a sudden something's cramped.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
The rest of the guys just sit around and laugh. Well, you can't help them.
No. You just try to walk it off or whatever you can do.
Yeah, you never laugh at an injury. A cramp on a bus, that's funny. During the game, not so much. Is that Cohen Brinkerhoff there? 55? Or 65?
60-something.
Well, we don't have a 65. I think that's Cohen.
Yeah, I can't tell yet. Beginning game, I was talking about how great you could read these numbers, but
I think it's scrunched up a little bit in the front.
I'm like you. I think it is Cohen Brinkerhoff.
North Vermillion are ready to roll. They're trying to snap the ball, and we got to get this guy off the field. He's walking better now than when he first started. He was real ginger. He's moving a little quicker now. Third and short now for North Vermillion. Offensive line making their calls, pointing their hands. And it's going to be Tryon up the middle. He's got the first down.
Tryon once again on the carrier, brought down by
He'll get down around the 20-yard line. Shotgun. 2 receivers in a slot to the left. Inside handoff to Botner, pushed way back, dodges a couple tackles. This time they get him.
Yeah, good deal, guys.
That play was messed up from the beginning. The Tigers read it and managed to bring him down. Big loss, makes a long second down.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of about 6, isn't it?
Yeah. 2nd and 16 from the 26-yard line. They'll send twins to the right, slot to the right as well. I'd keep your eye on number 44 here, Matthew Dawson. I got a feeling long down here, they may look for him here pretty soon.
He's kind of been the favorite receiver.
Tryon tries to hammer.
Something was messed up there.
Tigers brought a blitz or something up the middle and ate him up that time. They tried to run that read option, and there just wasn't time. They're lucky they held on to the ball. 3rd and 32 now. Tigers showing some blitz again here. Bringing the house.
Oh, yeah, they are
the
bringing
screen, though, is there. Look at this. Tackle. Curl's got to get him, and he does.
Yeah.
Tigers brought the house, and they let him because they set that screen up. Ethan Curl with a huge open field tackle that time. If he does nothing else, that might be his biggest play of the game right there. Because this forces a big 4th and 20 from the 30-yard line.
That's what the scoreboard says.
They're going to go for it. They might as well. They've got the 1-point advantage, 8:12 on the clock. Tigers showing blitz again. They're bringing more, rolling to the left. They get him again.
They got him, yes.
The defense came alive on this possession. Oh, we got another Tiger cramping now. Another injury timeout. This one brought to you by North American Lighting and First Farmers Bank and Trust. Another cramp down there. What about that 3-play series right there by the Tigers?
That was huge.
I don't know if they called something different or lit a spark, but the difference was they were making tackles when they got to that point, too. He wasn't spinning away and then able to scramble for 20, 30 yards.
And we're going to get the ball on our 40.
Yeah, in good position there. 40-yard line. 8 minutes on the clock. And now we just have to finish. Last time out, we were able to get the job done.
Yep, we need to punch this one in somehow.
That was Carson Coleman. He's been playing nose tackle, one of the smaller nose tackles you'll see. He was in there on that tackle, and you get bent up on the bottom of the pile. That leg curls up and does not want to come back out straight. Somebody get that kid a banana. That's what they always told me.
Yep, eat bananas.
You need
yep.
bananas. You know
Something's
why?
got potassium in them.
Because monkeys don't cramp.
Is that it?
That's it. Monkeys don't cramp. That's what I've been told.
Well, could be something to that.
Hey, you ever seen a monkey cramp?
Well,
I've never seen a monkey cramp.
I've never seen that many monkeys, to be honest. But
next time I'm at the zoo, I'll be watching the monkeys.
There you go. You'll have to ask the trainer.
I will. Next time I go to the zoo, I'll have to ask the trainers to see if monkeys ever get cramps. I don't think they do. They should have had bananas in the cafeteria this morning or this afternoon. 8 minutes on the clock, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Rogers out of the shotgun, hands off up the middle. It's going to be Curl.
Not much going that time.
Not that time. They're ready for that play. That was kind of our bread and butter play on the last possession, so we're going to need like a wrinkle to that. Yeah, they gave him 2 yards.
That puts him at an even 100 yards. I got him 11 carries for 100 yards.
You know, after being injured and missing most of the season last year, nice to see him having some success here in his first game back. Twins to the right.
Oh, man.
Ball gets by Rogers. He just falls on it.
That could be a killer there.
Yes, it could.
That could be the killer.
Oh, man. Third and a ton now.
Yep, for
5,
sure.
10, 15, 3rd and 25. Ball at the 25-yard line, and the clock is running. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Rogers with the snap, looking to his right. Pass is complete. There's a lateral down the sideline. Just shy of the first down. It's going to depend on the spot. He's got to get to the 50. The hook and ladder there. First down.
It is a first down.
What a great spot for the Tigers.
So who caught the pass, though? Rogers? Or Wells, I mean?
I think Wells caught the pass.
So it was a
25-yard gain for Rogers. You give about 5 yards to Wells and the other 20 to the guy he lateraled it to, I guess. Only he doesn't get the reception.
Wells gets a reception.
For 5. Gain up the middle for the Tigers.
Curl gets 20 yards on the rush. So.
Yeah.
I missed that play. What happened there?
Just a short run up the middle to Calvin Rigdon. Picks up about 3 yards. Look at that. 2nd and 7. 5:15 on the clock. We wanted a wrinkle. We got a full-on crease that time. Totally different play. 3 receivers to the left. Looking to his left. Pass complete to Wells. I'm surprised we didn't get a block in the back there. There's the flag. Yep, they saw it.
It's coming back.
I think we all saw it. I didn't see the flag initially. I had my hopes that.
I thought maybe they missed it. But I thought it was actually a block in the back.
I did too out here on the receivers, what I saw. He got a bit of a shove from the side. And brings up a big 2nd down play now.
Yeah, well, that's 4 penalties, and they've all been holding for 40 yards. North Vermillion has 1 penalty, and it's a hold for 10 yards. So.
All right, Rogers in the shotgun again, looking at 2nd and 16 from his 44. Hands it off to Rigdon. He's hit hard at the line of scrimmage. They might actually give him a yard. Spot the ball at the 45-yard line. Curl heading back out into the field. He'll replace Rigdon. Big 3rd and 15. Gonna send 3 receivers over to the right. Hutchings a little late getting over there. There's a snap, rolling to his right. Over the middle.
Oh, Wells was wide open, but
just missed him.
Man, he was wide open, though. Just
yes, he was.
Run that little slant pattern and right across the middle, and man, he was open.
And it's going to bring up a punting situation for the Tigers now. 4th and 15 from their own 45. Vermillion wasn't sure to believe it or not. And they send Sean Martin back to return. He's going to let it go. The Tigers are going to let it bounce. And this time it does take a Paris bounce inside the 20.
You're asking a lot out of your defense now, though.
Yeah, you are. There's just under 4 minutes, 3:59 on the clock. You've got to stop him. You really need a 3 and out here. You need a 3 and out. You need maybe you get the ball back around midfield with 2 minutes, a minute and a half. That would be best case scenario. You give him a first down here and things start looking pretty bleak.
Pretty bleak. You're right.
But the last 3 plays from the Tiger defense were absolutely explosive. I don't look for them to do anything too fancy on offense, though.
No. Like you said, they've got the 1-point lead. All they want to do is run the clock down.
Bringing the pressure again. Hammered him.
Might have lost a couple.
I think so. It was Dawson got the ball. He went down, and he's not getting up yet right now. He took a heck of a shot there. This timeout being brought to you by a few of our affiliate sponsors, Steve and Lynn Young, Mary Lou Pine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, and Winans Farms. That's Mark and Holly Winans. Speaking of Winans, is Gabe over at ISU this year?
I think that's where he was going.
I think that's where he was going.
Mark's out there on the chain gang. I've heard they could use another 1 or 2 guys on that chain gang. If you're interested, get a hold of Coach Tarr.
Yep. All right. Round of applause there for Matthew Dawson, the junior wide receiver, defensive back, getting helped off the field. Hopefully it's just cramping or something
Cramp
for
with
him.
as well, yeah.
Not putting any weight on it, but
no, he's not.
Keep him in your prayers tonight and hope for the best there.
All right, it's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
3:43. I guess it stops the clock for us at least. They lost a yard on the play. The ball's at the 17-yard line. Tigers showing some pressure again from the linebackers. Tryon tries to scoot to the outside. They put him down. No, that's Daniel Woody.
Woody. I think that was a direct snap to him.
Oh, there's a big flag. Oh, it's a hold. Or a face mask. Ah.
Oh, man, are you kidding me?
Man.
If that's a 15-yarder, that'll be a first down.
Tigers are backing way up. Yep, it is.
Oh, man.
Man, first down. 3:35. We got to start all over. See, we had them in. That was what we were looking for. Was exactly what we were getting. And the penalty comes out to bite us. Now we've got to do it all over again. 3:30 clock is running.
Well, now we need a turnover.
And they're gonna be perfectly content to let this clock run down. 3 seconds.
Yeah.
2, 1.
Now they're going to take a timeout.
Yep. All right, timeout for North Vermillion. They're up by 1, 14-13, 3:11 to go in the ball game. We'll take a quick break as well. Be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network.
Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548.
Just 3 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in the ball game, week 1 of the 2023 season. Do you remember what our record was last year?
I do not.
I know it wasn't good.
I don't know. Probably
Like 3 and 6?
3 and 9, or yeah, 3 and 6 to make the 9 games. I think maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe we were 4 and 5. I don't know.
3:11 on the clock. 1st and 10. Bobbles a snap a little bit and gets hammered in the backfield.
I think that was number 4, Burns, sneaking
Now,
through there.
This time the Tigers call timeout. And we'll take another quick timeout as well. 3:04 to go. Tigers down by 1 on the Paris Sports Network.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing what we've begun, helping our families to truly live. I will, you will, together we will show some heart, do our part, take a compassionate stand for good, forever, for Edgar County, ECCF.
Edgar County Community Foundation.
It's 2nd and 15 at their own 28-yard line. 2nd and 13, that is, at their 28. Tigers thinking turnover here. They got to get that ball loose if possible. Showing pressure. And we got a flag.
False start.
False start. Somebody was flinching on the offense. That stops the clock and moves them back. Well, timeout. The clock was already stopped. But it makes it harder on them now. 2nd and 18. Handoff up the middle. They got him. No gain there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 18, 2:55. Can't use all of our timeouts. We still have 2 remaining. Both teams have 2 remaining. 28 seconds on the play clock, so we're going to let it run down. I imagine if we stop them here,
It's
we'll call
easier
timeout.
If you take your timeouts on defense, though, you can still stop the clock on offense by running out of bounds or. But, man, if you're on defense, you're kind of.
Tigers attack again. Another big loss.
I'd take a timeout.
Yep, and they do.
Mason Burns on the stop for the Tigers. Bring up 4th down. Timeout. Paris.
So is it what has changed in our defensive philosophy the last couple possessions? We're in the backfield. We're eating them up.
I think we're
blitzing more?
Yeah. Who was the ball carrier that time? Did he actually hand it off to Botner?
I couldn't tell if he actually got the handoff, if he handed off or not.
I'm not sure either, but I'm going to say he did.
This timeout being brought to you by some more of our affiliate sponsors, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and then Step Farms and Excavation. We thank them for their support this year. And last year, we've had some of these sponsors now for as long as we've been doing this, Lane.
And some of them, yeah.
Had a few come and a few go, but
I'd say probably Ingram Waste is probably one of the originals. that have been on forever.
Oh, yeah. There's not much in the community they don't support.
That's true.
You can look down our list of sponsors, and you pretty much see if there's an event going on, they'll be there. Back to punt now. Let's see if we're going for a block or return. They're putting the pressure on him. Oh, and it's a great punt. Rolls down to the 34, and he's going to let him down it.
Punt is down at the Tiger 34-yard line. 2:14 left in the game.
About as good as a punting scenario they could hope for.
Yeah, it is. I was surprised King didn't pick that up, though, and try to make something happen. It would have took a lot more time off the clock, but
I'm sure he thought about it.
I'm sure he did.
I can't see him out there. He's that kind of player. He's got a chance. He's going to. But he was outnumbered, too. Big drive for the Tigers here. 2:14 to go. Ball the 34-yard line.
Now, last year, if we'd got close, we could have kicked a field goal, but I'm not sure about our kicking team this year.
I don't think it's as strong as last year. Twins to the right, one to the left. Rogers hands off the sweep. And a short gain. Rigdon makes something out of nothing there.
But the clock's running, and
Yep, and he's down.
That takes a lot of time.
Yep, he's going to hop back to the.
I think he's coming off, yeah.
He's wanting help. They're telling him to go down, go down. He was asking for help, and they're not going to stop the clock for you if you're able to stand. I'm surprised they didn't stop it when he was still laying down there by the wall. Now we have an injury timeout. I guess we could just let somebody get a cramp every play. Who's going to suspect anything with this weather?
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, like, every play, we just run a freshman out there at, like, one of the whiteouts. Go 6 yards, grab your hamstring, fall down. Stop the clock. Run another play. Send another freshman out there. Oh, they're all cramping tonight. Now, these poor guys, they've been playing both ways all night long. It is a hot, hot night. I pity all the moms out there washing these uniforms later.
They're definitely going to be sweaty.
Yes, they are.
Stinky, oh, man.
1 minute, 50 seconds on the clock.
We got to have a couple big plays, though. We got to have something huge.
Looking to his left, downfield. Deep pass. He can't. How's there no interference there?
Yeah, no kidding.
He never turns his head. He couldn't get to the ball. I think at that point, if you're the receiver, you got to be coached. You've got to run into that defender. You've got to make it obvious. You can't try to get around him if you can't get to the ball. It's like flopping on a foul. You got to flop a little bit out there.
Something, because the defender had no idea where the ball was
No,
even
he
at.
didn't.
I mean, that should have been interference.
Now brings up a long third down now. 3rd and 7. Minute 38 on the clock. Rogers rolling to his left. Pass complete. Oh, he stays in
didn't
bounds.
Get out of bounds. Oh, man.
It is a first down. The clock's still running. A minute 29. It'll stop to move the chains. You do have that going for you. You got to have the play, and you got to be on the ball ready to snap. Tigers are going out there. They're ready to go. We got too many guys on the field. Hutchings coming off. Tigers into position. 1:24 on the clock. Rogers looks to his right. Quick pass out there. Complete and hit immediately, and we got a flag. Roughing the passer. Big penalty there, moves us down, first down, 1:14 on the clock. Caught a break that time because the play actually lost yards.
It was a completed pass to King, though, right?
Yep,
For like a -2.
I think so. Does it get erased by the penalty, though?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's like it never occurred because the
Yeah, exactly,
penalties from
yeah.
the line of scrimmage. 1:14, Tigers up to the 28-yard line, still with 2 timeouts, so that's huge.
No, we only got one.
Okay.
Because we
Oh,
took-
I see. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard. Rogers looking to his left. It's complete. Still going for the end zone. Did he get it? Just barely out of bounds. Carrick Mason Vitale.
Ball's on the 28, 26-yarder.
Yep, 26-yard completion down near the goal line. We got first and goal from the 2, a minute 4 to go. Here we go, first and goal from the 2.
My money's on Curl.
Yeah, mine too. I'm sure they're thinking the same thing. Hand off to Curl up the middle. He's in. Tigers score. 19-4 with 1 minute on the clock. And you got to go for 2 here. I guess you don't have to because the extra point means a touchdown ties it, but the extra point would win. So Tigers, I assume, will be going for 2 here. Here we go. Back to the shotgun formation. Huge play here for the Tigers. Inside handoff to Curl. Tries to bounce outside. Leans forward. And he's in for the score. 2-point conversion for the Tigers. They're up 21-14. 1 minute left to go. Huge possession that time for the Tigers. Boy, Lenny, I thought the penalty might do us in.
I did too. But that roughing the passer penalty
Brought it back.
definitely helped.
Couple big completions down the field. I thought when we lost time with the cramping there for Rigdon, we might be in some trouble, but Tigers got the job done. They take a 7-point advantage, 21-14, 1 minute to go. And now another challenge. They've only got a minute, but they do have 2 timeouts.
Yep.
And we have been prone to a big play here or there tonight. So we're excited, but we've still got to get the job done here for another minute.
Wyatt Walters, Sean Martin back deep for the Falcons. Set kickoff for the Tigers. Robert Wells.
I'd like to see Wells get the ball downfield a little more this time.
Yeah, I'd like to see a deep one this time. I'm not sure it's in him, though. Most of them haven't been very long.
High and short again.
It's good enough, though.
We got to get him down. Runs about 5 seconds off the clock.
Now, for defense, just the clock's our friend now.
Well, you got the prevent on. You got your safeties back. You don't want anything deeper than you. At the same time, I want to see that front
Yeah,
7
keep
up there going at him
blitzing
because
like
that's
they
what's
have been.
worked.
Exactly. Keep that blitz up. Keep that pressure on.
Rolling to his left. He just chucked it downfield. Incomplete. Oh, we had the game right there. Right through the hands of Garrett Rigdon.
Where's the ball at? 30, 33?
Yep, ball on the 33. 2nd and 10. Down to 48 seconds, stops the clock, and gives him the ball back. He had no clue where that ball was going. Oh, we're going to match up in a man-to-man here. And the clock stops. We got a flag.
Illegal procedure.
Generally, it's offense. Oh, we're offsides.
Are you kidding me?
All right, 5-yard penalty. Move him a little closer. Still 48 seconds. Tigers a little eager with the pass rush there. Coming again, just chucking it downfield. And that wasn't catchable. Nobody had a shot at that one.
All right, it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Lenny. That's not even Tryon at quarterback right now. That's 7, Daniel Woody back there.
Well, he ran the ball a while ago from. So.
Yeah, he's just like Hail Marying it every time out there. High snap. He just like, look, he just takes a snap and just lobs it. Tigers intercepted, and this one is over down the sideline. A huge hit. Boy, that's odd that he quarterbacks the whole game and unable to come out that last series. That'll be the nail in the coffin now with 32 seconds. We could just take a couple knees, even with timeouts.
Who picked it off? Could you tell?
I'm going to say Quinn Williams, number 12.
That works for me.
Yep. Mainly because he's on the sideline and the players are all smacking him in the head. So that's him. Victory formation. You don't normally see a shotgun victory formation. That is a little different. Kind of scary. But they'll down the ball, and that is the ball game. Tigers with the win, 21-14. Wow is all I can say about the end of that one. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back in just a moment here with some final game stats and a chat with Coach Claude in just a moment here. Tigers victorious, 1-0 now, 21-14 on the season. You're listening to Tiger Football on the Paris Sports Network.
At First Farmers, we are committed to the communities we serve. For us, joining a community means more than just opening shop. We want to see businesses thrive, generational farms succeed, and local families continue to put down roots and grow. Whether you're looking for a farm loan, managing a business, building a nest egg for a new home, or searching for the personal financial tools that will set you up for financial success, we've got you covered. At First Farmers Bank and Trust in Paris. The skating rink at Twin Lakes, formerly known as Twin Lakes Roller Rink, has been a popular establishment in Paris for over 60 years. New owners CJ and Mary Jo Becker are bringing new life to the skating rink with arcade games, a snack bar, TV hangout area for teens, and lots of roller skating. Stop by 1250 North Main Street in Paris on Friday and Saturday nights from 6 to 10, with a fifth quarter on Friday nights until midnight, and on Sundays from 2 to 4. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming events. Family owned in Paris for 38 years, Savoya's Pizza is the place for real Italian food. Be sure to try their famous pizza nuggets and follow them on Facebook for their latest specials. Stop by 327 North Main Street for carryout or call 217-463-2500 for delivery. White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning have been your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195.
Welcome back to the postgame show, brought to you by Cornerstone Building Brands and Moody Farms of Paris. The Tigers victorious tonight, 21-14. Boy, the game started with fireworks and ended with fireworks tonight, Lenny.
Boy, it sure did. That's about everything you'd want in a high school football game, though.
Just ignore the 3.5 quarters in between.
Yeah. You take the first couple minutes of the first quarter and the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, and that's where all the excitement was at for sure. But nonetheless, Tigers come away with the W, and that's what's important. And I don't think anybody got seriously hurt. A lot of cramping tonight, but I don't think there was really any physical injuries, so that's a good thing.
I didn't see anybody leave the game. Anybody that left was able to return within a few plays. So that's always a positive. You like to come out of week one healthy.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Beej, we'll run down some stats real quick before Coach Claude gets up here. For the North Vermillion Falcons, quarterback Cody Tyron was pretty big in their offensive scheme till the last quarter there when I don't know what happened, but we didn't see him there in that last series. So, but anyway, rushing the ball, he was 22 carries for 37 yards. I had Andrew Botner, 17 carries for 28 yards. Daniel Woody had 2 carries for 11, and then Woody came in and played quarterback there in that last series. He was 0 for 3 with 1 interception. And Matthew Dawson had 1 carry for a -1. Like I said, throwing the ball, I had Tyron, let's see, what was he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had him 8 out of 11 for 103 yards and 1 interception. And then, like I said, Woody came in that last series and he threw 1 interception. So the Tigers had a couple picks tonight, so that's a good thing. Receiving the ball, I had Woody 2 catches for 32 yards. I had Matthew Dawson 3 catches for 54. Wyatt Walters 1 catch for 17. And Andrew Botner 2 catches for 10. Their scoring drive came in the second quarter with 9:29 to go on a 1-yard run by Botner. The extra point was no good, and Paris still led at that point, 7-6. And then 4 minutes into the third quarter, they scored again on a Tyron 26-yard run. The 2-point conversion that time was good, and they were up 14-7. And that's their stats. Now for your Paris Tigers, I had Drew Rogers, our quarterback. You know, a lot of these minus yards for him came because of the long snaps that he had to just drop on, but he was 7 carries, minus 26. Mason Burns, 1 carry for 7. Ethan Curl, 14 carries for $125. Calvin Rigdon, 3 carries for 7. Maddox Hutchings, 1 carry for 8. And Ty King, 1 carry for 9. Let's see, throwing the ball, I didn't get that figured. Yeah, I did. Rogers was 10 out of 16 for 128. I've got Robert Wells, 5 catches for 47. I've got Mason Vitale, 2 catches for 36. Calvin Rigdon, 1 catch for 15. And Mason Burns, 1 catch for 12. Our scoring drive came right at the beginning of the first quarter, and Ty King had the 60-yard punt return. The kick was good, and Tigers were up 7-0. Things looked great right then. But then we didn't score again till the third quarter. 56 seconds to go. It was a 13-yard run by Curl, but the kick was no good, and we still trailed 13-14 at that point. Then in the fourth quarter, with just 1 minute to go, after the big 26-yard pass to Mason Vitale, the Tigers punched it in on a 2-yard run by Curl. The 2-point conversion was good, and the Tigers escaped with a 21-14 win. So that's your stats, Beej.
All right. Coach Claude's making his way up to the booth.
Penalties, I think, are going to be a big thing we're probably going to talk about, because I had the Tigers 6 penalties for 60 yards. So that might be huge.
Absolutely. They definitely add up. And we're joined now by Tiger head coach Jeremy Clodfelter. Coach, thank you for joining us tonight. That was a wild ride from start to finish for week 1.
Oh, I mean, and week 1's always sloppy, and my concern going into the game the entire time was their rules are different, and they get a scrimmage against somebody in the scrimmage week where we don't. We do the preview, and then they had a week 1 football game to be 1-0. So they've been out there, they've had a chance to fix some things, and they've been on the watch a little bit. So challenging environment to play in, probably like everybody in Illinois right now.
Yeah.
The heat was tough. We got a lot of guys not only playing 2 ways, but we got a lot of pups out there. I mean, there were some guys out there tonight that they were freshman football players, and they weren't even freshmen. And then there were some freshmen out there doing things for us. But I'm really, really, really happy. I'm proud of them. We haven't won an opening night game since 2019. I was telling our players that, in 20 those guys got robbed of their season, but we lost a good game on that Saturday at Mount Carmel, and that team probably would have been an 8-1 team. And I don't make any bones about saying that. I believe it. They went 5-1 that spring. And then in 21, we were a Sweet 16 team again with a second-round playoff and didn't win. And we all know what happened a year ago. So it's been since 2019. We didn't play well at times. A lot to clean up. But it's going to be so much better to try and clean up and learn from those mistakes. A lot of times your improvements between weeks 1 and weeks 2. And I'd rather have to improve with a W.
Absolutely. And the mistakes I saw tonight are things that are correctable.
Absolutely. No question. A lot of it's just, and some of it's first game stuff and overrunning the ball defensively, and because you're so amped up. It's the first time out. You've waited a really long time to get back out there and play.
A lot of broken plays, like you said, over pursuing and guys just not holding their lanes. And they were able to we got them for a 5-yard loss. Now they're 25 yards down the field.
I think it's important that you give North Vermillion a ton of credit. They were in the same situation as was a bunch of two-way guys. The conditions and the environment was hot, and And, they were cramping, and I commend our players because they just kept gutting it out and finding a way.
Well, there were two big plays that really stand out to me where guys, like you said, were just gutting it out. One was a big first down here where I don't remember who was carrying the ball now, but the play was done. And suddenly the pile just starts moving.
Yep.
Like another 3 yards. And Curl's touchdown was kind of the same way down here where it kind of looked like, okay, maybe he's at 2, maybe at the 1, and then they just kept going.
Right.
And the drive these guys had tonight, later on in the game, we get that penalty. It pushes us back. There's not much time left. And they just never quit.
They just never quit. They really didn't. There was a bunch of big plays. You start with the opening punt return, and Tide takes that to the house and gives us, puts us up a score. But then our offensive line did a really, really, really good job. I mean, pass pro was not very good in the first half at all. But in the second half, we were able to sustain and run the ball downhill. We ran it downhill, and that's a credit to them. And Ethan Curl was like, I'm going to be the workhorse. Give me the Brock. And we were feeding him.
Sounds like Ethan.
We were going to feed him. And then in the final drive there, got ourselves put in jail again with a penalty. And I thought the offense overall, I mean, from Drew to Carrick to Ty, the receivers, the protection, I thought we had a lot of poise under pressure with that time. We didn't panic, completed the big comeback, and then completed the big sail out route down there. Carrick made a heck of a play and got us down to the 2 or 1. I couldn't even see where they marked it out at. And then we punched it in and finished it off and ran the same exact play because we just figured, hey, they're going to hang their hats. And then credit the defense because they still got a minute to play. So the kickoff coverage team went out there and covered the kick, and the defense did what they had to do. And Quinn Williams playing corner, rotating out there in his first varsity football game ever, gets a pick to seal it.
What changed defensively there late in the third quarter into that fourth quarter? We went from kind of giving those open cushions in the secondary. He had time to throw the ball. The switch flipped. We were just bringing more pressure all of a sudden, but we were just eating them up in the backfield, but we were also making those tackles too.
Well, and we didn't tackle great early in the football game. And then as it progressed, we didn't tackle great, and then we kind of got a little mo. We got our feet underneath us. Some of those were plays where, I mean, an unbelievable catch on their sideline by their kid. Calvin's in really pretty good shape over there.
That was awesome.
And a lot of them were like scramble drills where you lose a guy. They were kind of run, read, and pass stuff off of our base, and they were getting our backers downhill and creating those lanes. And we kind of combated that with playing a little bit more man coverage, so it didn't matter, but continued to bring backers, and they did a nice job of collectively of getting them on the ground when it mattered.
Well, hopefully some better weather conditions for us next week. What are we looking like there?
Well, I mean, the thing that excites me about the next week game is obviously it's at home, and it's that Route 16 rivalry that the old guard around here remembers so much with Charleston.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that'll be exciting. They played tonight against Herscher. We saw them in a 7-on-7. Brian Halsey's back there as the head football coach, and he had a heck of a run there for years before going down and being the offensive coordinator at Newton ever since I've been here, minus a year or two. And they'll be well coached. They'll be really prepared.
Always are.
And we gotta figure out how to fix the things that we need fixing, and then hopefully get our legs back under us and get ready to play again. All
right, Coach. Well, we'll be here rooting you on. Thanks again for coming up tonight.
The crowd, when it mattered, I could hear them through the headset. They got it.
They were
Tiger Nation
loud.
got it up here in the stands, and the band, as always, did an unbelievable job. You could hear, and so credit the cheerleaders, along with the crowd, the band, and everybody involved. Congratulations, Paris, 1-0.
All right, thanks again,
Go Tigers.
Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Good job, buddy.
That's Coach Claude joining us tonight and wrapping up game. I don't have any words. I think he did a good job.
He was a little excited tonight.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I like that. And like you said, the Tigers got some momentum now going into the second week of the season, and
we'll take it.
Still a non-conference game, but it's going to be an old.
It'll feel like a conference game to the rest of us.
It's an old conference foe from back in the old days when we were still in the Apollo. So
absolutely. All right, Tigers 1-0 on the season. We'll be back again next Friday night. Want to thank all of our sponsors for making the broadcast possible. And, of course, everybody that stuck around and watched us here on YouTube tonight on the Paris Sports Network. I'm BJ Pheasant for Lenny Irwin. You've been watching Paris Tiger football here on the Paris Sports Network. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by Cornerstone Building Brands, Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home, Seed Solutions with Chip and Bethany Keys, Longview Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, State Farm Agent Terry Elliston, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial Agents Jim Blue and Mark Gladding, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram's Waste Disposal, The Skating Rink with CJ and Mary Jo Becker, North American Lighting, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Templeton Funeral Home, and White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning. And our affiliate sponsors, Steve and Lynn Young, Mary Lou Pine Family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Winans Farms Mark and Holly Winans, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Step Farms and Excavation.